Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're coming to you live on NorCal Sports TV from Berkeley, California, with some MCLA lacrosse action. It's a beautiful day in Berkeley. It's Cal Day on campus, and it's rivalry week in a Memorial Stadium as your Cal Bears take on perennial adversary Stanford in a Pac-12 showdown. My name's Daniel Cohen, and I'm joined by All-American Cal long pole, the pride of La Costa Canyon High, Eric Sunkson. Eric, it's the big game today. What are you looking for out there?
It's a great day in Berkeley, as it always is. Something about Cal Day and the Stanford game just brings out the best in the weather, the best feeling on campus. Bears out there getting fired up. They're coming into this game with about 40 guys on their roster. Stanford a little leaner at 20. But both teams will come to play. You know, one of the bigger matchups that everyone looks forward to from Cal. Should be quite a exciting game out here today.
That's right. Any rivalry game, it's almost the records go out the window. Both these teams, both these schools don't like each other on the field, and it should be a good one here. And obviously, senior day for the Bears. Look out for the seniors on the squad to come out firing.
Absolutely. Yeah, Cal comes into the game with an 8-5 record, but undefeated with 6-0 in the WCLL. They had some early season struggles. Stanford coming into the game 4-9, 2-4 in the WCLL. But again, like you said, a rivalry game. These previous scores of the season are really irrelevant, and both teams are going to be out there battling today.
And Cal, you know, in the WCLL, undefeated going into this game, have locked in the 1 seed going into the tournament. You know, what do you want to see from them in sort of this final matchup before the all-important WCLL tournament?
They've got to come to play, bring some momentum into the playoffs. Here we go, Cal.
Here we go. Cal with the face-off win.
Coming right downhill.
22 with a shot goal, Mark Galante. He's ready to play.
There we go,
on Cal Day for the big game. That is 8 seconds gone in the game. Cal 1, Stanford 0. Mark just takes the face-off, takes it himself, calls his own number, puts it on the back of the net.
Hey, you got to love that. You can't ask for a better way to start the game for Cal. We'll see if he can repeat this right now. Great start for the Bears.
He wants some more. And Mark, that's his 3rd goal of the year, it looks like. So a nice treat. Good, nice play, Mark. Another scrum. Stanford comes up with the ball this time. Getting heavy pressure from the Cal long stick midfielder, number 17, Matt Lazanich.
Yeah, Cohen, we'll see how Stanford likes to run their offense here. They have one of their major scorers, Joey Murphy, the senior attackman, number 32. We'll look for him to drive from X, create some offense. Cal will be looking to shut him down.
That's right. And Joey with 49 points on the year. That's nothing to sneeze at.
That's a Cohen-like season, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And Cal with the save. Cal goalie stuffs up what was a relatively easy shot, and Cal now on the clear, taking it to the offensive side of the end.
Here comes Cal again. They're
firing. That looked like number 25. Was that 25, Nick Miller? Who took the shot on the Stanford goalkeeper Alex High. Cal holds onto the ball, settling into their half-field set here, getting the 1 middies on. You got JP Josie, the senior, getting on the field. You know he's going to want to put a couple in today as his final campaign on Memorial Stadium.
Absolutely. It's a pretty special place to play. The Bears used to play at the field next door, moved into the stadium a few years ago. Can't ask for a better place to play some lacrosse.
That's right. Setting up a dodge from the midfield on the far side of the field. Ball down, but that Sean...
Scrum inside.
Wow, hold on. Number 16, Jake Postotnik, the attackman, was able to come up with the ball, but Stanford swarmed and was able to put it back on the ground and came up with it. Stanford going the other way with the clear.
Good job, Stanford, moving the ball in the clear, getting away from some Cal pressure, get the ball over in their offensive side of the field.
Now Stanford settling into their half-field set here.
Cohen, I'd look for Stanford to slow the ball down here. You know, they have this much leaner roster. Cal can run and gun a bit. They have some more depth. I think Stanford wants to dictate the pace here, and I would expect them to get it around a few times before really starting their offense.
That's right. When you're leaner roster, you want to slow the game down, give your guys as much rest as they can. And here they go. Joey Murphy, the leading scorer, taking it from X.
Good pick action by Stanford. That two-man game can be tough to defend.
Now Joey is matched up with a midfielder, which is what you like to see when you're an attackman. Early slide from Cal. Probably expect to see a lot of that on number 32 from Stanford, given how many goals he has this year. Cal defenseman number 40, Josh Chen, tries to chase the ball out off of the shot, but isn't able to get there. Nice dive, though. You love to see that hustle there.
Absolutely. Cohen, this is the matchup here. We have Joey Murphy versus Finnegan Meager. Finnegan's a sophomore defender. Big kid, big strong kid back at X. We'll see how he matches up today.
Nice defense by number 5, Nate DeGroat. Nate's a midfielder, but don't let that confuse you. He can play great defense, and that's Nate with the ball. Clearing right now, going end to end. He wants a shot with his left.
Oh.
Goes, tough angle shot, sort of high, easy save for Alex High of Stanford. Stanford's going the other way. If you're coaching Ed Webster, you probably want to see a better angle shot there.
Yeah, I think you want DeGroat to settle that there, but you can see DeGroat with that deceptive speed. It just looks like he's jogging, but he's running past guys.
Galloping.
Yeah, he was injured earlier this year, but he's back, and he's in full force, two-way midi.
Again, Stanford with the ball, playing a slow-it-down offense, tossing it around their midfielders. Expect them to go back to Murphy as they've done. Murphy takes it, sort of tries to force a low-angle shot himself, and good defense from Cal, keeping him on the outside and picking up the ball.
Yeah, good slide. Way to get that up. Josh Chen coming back for the Bears ball.
That's Dylan Lee, picked it up. Shifty midfielder for the Bears. Look for them to feed him and see, especially being guarded by a midfielder by the Cardinal, if he can get some separation.
Here comes the dodge from up top. Looks like J.P. Josie.
J.P. Josie. Ooh. Quick dodge, shot, far pipe, bouncing shot, goes in the net. Nice goal, J.P. Josie. And just like that, it's Cal 2, Stanford 0.
Unassisted goal for Josie there. He's a talented player. He can get his hands free, and he's not afraid to let it rip. Nice bounce shot. You don't see that too often these days. It's modern-day lacrosse. No one likes to bounce the ball anymore.
That's right. That's right. But I know Ned Webster loves to see those overhand shots, far side. Those are high percentage looks. Nice goal by the senior.
Oh, that's 2 goals for the Cal middies. Stanford might need to slide a little earlier, force Cal to move the ball, find men backside instead of letting them shoot off the dodge.
This is Mark Galanti back at the X. He wins the flip. Ball down, picked up by number 14, Nick White. A nice pickup by the senior Nick. Nick Shoot White.
That's right.
As they say.
He's got a little fan base. I think they have some custom shirts made with the Shoot.
That's right. Senior Nick will also be playing his last game in Memorial Stadium today, and I'm sure he's looking to put one in the back of the net as well on his final hurrah here. It's number 12. Matt Dixon with the dodge. Freshman midfielder. I know the coaching staff is excited about the potential Matt has with the future of this team.
Yeah, young team for the Bears. You look at their top point scorers, and you go down the list: sophomore, freshman, junior, freshman, senior. J.P. Josie's the first senior up there, but it's a young team. Ooh, good strip from behind.
Yeah, nice defense there by Stanford, and they put the ball on the ground and called an infraction on the Bears, it looked like. Stanford clearing. You know, Cal's been riding hard early in this game, which you got to love to see. Their attackmen are all over the Stanford defense as they try to clear, make it as hard as possible. Ooh, big hit by number 2, Miles Rosberg, the freshman. Stanford picks the ball back up, but that is one the whole Stanford team saw. They're going to be looking over their shoulder.
Yeah, got to be careful in that clear game. A lot of open space. Rolled right into a double team there.
There's the replay. Both men go down.
The Stanford coach is heated. He is disappointed that there's no call there, it seems.
Yeah, those are the plays that are, on the replay it looked like a legal hit, but those are always close, especially in a rivalry game like this. Nice slash by number 40 for the Bears. Josh Chen forcing the Stanford stick out of his hands. Cal picks it up, goes the other way. Good play by Josh, the president, Chen, president of the Cal Lacrosse Club. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, there's a good, for the folks watching, a good man ball. Josh Chen did a good job. He could have picked up the ball, but it was a 2-on-1 ground ball. He took the Stanford man, marked up, and let his teammate pick it up. That's good team play and what you like to see.
Now we got Cal settling the ball down in the attack, getting it back up to their midfielders. Let's try to, love to see a dodge and pass here. Some assisted goals. This looks like the second line. Miles Rosberg out there.
A lot of pick action for the Cal offense. They try to pick on ball, pick off ball. Just trying to find some space out on the field and force the defense to move.
It's number 7, Jake Lombardo with the take. Sort of a wide shot, but Cal's closest to the end line, so holds on to the ball. We've got another take from the attack. Nice lift by the Stanford long pole. You know, earlier in this game, Cal's getting to the net. They're getting looks, but not really making the extra pass.
Yeah, it might be a sense of it's a rivalry game. It's early on. People are excited. They want to make plays. It's senior night. Maybe they need to settle in, and start making that pass, because that's really where you're going to get the better looks. It's been a little crazy out there. You can feel the energy out on the field.
That's right. Oh, and a nice wraparound check by number 2, Miles Rosberg. Cal's taking it the other way with the ball down.
Here comes Cal with the
odd-man break. Not able to connect with Jake Lombardo there, but Jake chases the ball down, keeps it on the offensive end.
Looks like Matt Lazanich, long stick midi for Cal getting off. They might have a short advantage here.
He doesn't have anyone on him. Stanford defender wisely rotates upward. Josie takes a shot, just misses the far pipe. Staying Cal ball.
Stanford's got to be careful on that sub. They were about 10 yards behind Josie coming in. I know they want to get their guys on, but you got to be careful subbing on defense like that.
That's right. On attack right now, we have Sean Tran, Jake Stotnick, Jake Lombardo manning the front line. That's 2 sophomores and a freshman for those keeping track at home. A young Cal attackman that I know the coaching staff's excited about. Ooh, what a rip. Number 16, that's a goal. Jake Stotnick, the Cal leading scorer for the Bears, getting goal number 31 on the season, finding the back of the net with a quick release. Nice shot, Jake.
Cohen, you really saw Jake reach back there and rip that one. That had some serious velocity on it for the Cal sophomore.
Over the head, nice and sort of by the hip for the goalie. Those are hard shots to stop.
Credit to the Cal attackman there, picking up a ground ball, moving the ball quickly, finding Jake with some time and space to shoot.
Cal wins the face-off. Galanti having his way at the X today. That's a real strength area for Cal. When you're able to control possession like this, it's hard for Stanford to get any momentum and string some goals together.
We have, 3-0 Cal, 5 minutes left in the first. They've come out strong here, getting some good looks, setting the pace here early on. And again, that pick action for Cal up top. Here comes that sub. We'll see if they have a small advantage.
Malazanich beat his midfielder to the end line and got the Stanford midi who wanted to get off stuck on the field. Now he's got to play defense.
Yeah, if you're an offensive midi, you're trying to save that energy. You can always try to. Oh, good look.
Oh, great look to Jake Pistotnik. That's from number 12, Matt Dixon. Pistotnik gets a second goal of the game. Great look by the freshman midfielder, Matt Dixon.
Yeah, nice assisted goal. Pistotnik putting it away. Bears take the lead 4-0.
And Eric, if you're Ned, those are the kind of goals you like to see. They're assisted, they're team goals. You're finding the open man with a good shooting angle, putting it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Pistotnik looks like a timeout on the field for Stanford. Probably wise to take a break, try to regroup after going down 4 early.
Yeah, and that's with 4:20 left in the first quarter. Cal 4, Stanford 0. Cal's come out hot here this afternoon, and I think one of the reasons why is controlling the face-off X.
Yeah, that's huge. You keep the momentum. Lacrosse's game of putting together 2, 3, 4 goals in a row. If you can win the X, you can either get those runs or prevent them. Cal's doing a great job. Let's see, Stanford, they're discussing. They're coached by head coach Brian Karalunas, backed up by Deke Jackson, Sean Rosenberg, and Tyler Kreitz. The Cal coaches, as Cohen, you mentioned earlier, Ned Webster, the Notre Dame grad who's been leading the program for the past few years, joined by Paul Jepson, Casey Keenan, Brian Rutherford, Christopher Dean, and Joel Darachinsky.
And Eric, looking at this Cal team, we talked about how they're starting 2 sophomores and a freshman at attack. Their second line midfield is Miles Rosberg, Matt Dixon, Michael Bellis, all freshmen. This is a team that's getting a ton of production out of these young guys, and it's just exciting to see as a fan.
Absolutely, yeah. It's pretty unique, to have a good team like Cal with such young guys. They still have a few more years out there, so I'm sure we'll be saying their names for quite a while here. It'll be exciting to see how that line grows over the years.
That's right, and I know Coach is excited about getting guys like Nate DeGroat, Miles Rosberg back from injuries recently, and heading into WCLL weekend with what's probably the healthiest the roster has looked all year.
Right, and that's big when you start getting these back-to-back games like the WCLL weekend next weekend, and then if they're so lucky into the national tournament. That's
Mark Galanti with another face-off win, and Stanford it's hard to claw back when you can't get possession of the ball. So kudos to Mark for the strong play at the face-off X. We got the number 1 mids on the field. That's Dylan Lee, JP Josie, Nate DeGroat. Dylan Lee with a strong take to his right. Goal. Tickles the twine.
There we go. I could feel it up here. Good look by Dylan Lee. Tickling the twine.
As they say. Dylan takes a hard dodge to his right. No slide from Stanford, so he's shooting wide open from 8 yards out. That's as good of a look as any of us can hope for. If you're Stanford, you gotta make sure you're sliding and getting somebody on him.
Yeah, Lee's a tough matchup. He's really quick, but Stanford's got to do their best to keep him down the alley. Force a low angle shot and slide as needed.
That's right. Mark Galanti with another face-off win. Cal holds on to the ball.
There's some pressure from the Stanford defense.
Number 1 mid's back out. That's JP Josie with the ball now.
Looks like Nick White, the defensive midi for Cal, getting off the field.
JP squaring up his defender as they get the sub in the rest of the line.
Looks like Cameron Toy, number 21, rocking the short socks out there today. Bold move on a sunny day.
That's right.
Hope you wear the sunscreen.
Hope so. JP Josie squaring up his long pole, takes it to his left, curls back after the early slide. Nice pass to Jake Postotnik. Attacks the backside. Oh, nice skip pass to Jake Postotnik, who has a rocket. Doesn't hit the net, but Cal holds on to the ball. I love that skip pass.
Good movement by Cal. Yeah, they're drawing the Stanford defense over, finding the backside time and room shot.
Nate DeGroat with the dodge to his right. Another early slide from Stanford. They're not going to let a non-slide occur twice in a minute. Nice poke check by the Stanford defender, putting the ball on the ground.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Cameron Toy's hands back there by, looks like, number 22 from Stanford.
JP Josie coming back to his left, beats his defender, shoots it off the sliding midfielder's leg. Nice slide there. Cal holds on to the ball. Oh, wow. That's a goal. Number 20. You look down for a second, Eric, and all of a sudden the ball's in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's a good look. That's Brendan Cook on the finish. As in Tackman, just a dodge from X, drew a slide, found the cutter. Nice catch and score. Oh, and the Stanford defense needs to lock down here. It's 6-0 in the first quarter. Cal really just getting looks all over the place.
That's right. And, if you're not winning face-offs, you just continue to put your defense on their heels, as is again the case here, and you just wear them down. You can tell that Stanford's D is getting tired after basically playing defense this entire quarter.
Yeah. It's Matt Lazanich, the long pole, staying on the field. I like how he stays on there a little longer than most long poles. He's really comfortable on the offensive side of the field. Set picks, little pick and roll action. Gets off the field now for number 2, Miles Rosberg. Oh.
Cal it's a take from X. Kind of a Gary Gate type of play there, but unable to finish by number 20, Brendan Cook, the goal scorer.
Good handles by the Stanford pole, Max Kucera, getting that ball up, taking a few swings to the hands, but making a pass. Stanford will possess now.
I can't even think of the last time Stanford had the ball in their offensive end, Eric. They want to. I was going to say milk the clock a little bit here to give their defense some rest, but that was Joey Murphy with a take to his left. Seemed like a routine save by Nick Beattie. Cal now clearing.
Yeah, I think it's tough. You want to possess the ball, but maybe Joey thought he had an opportunity there to put one on the board for Stanford. Good save by the Cal keeper.
And that looks like a timeout by Cal.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Cal can dial up one of these plays. I think in times like this, they might try to run out some clock, run a play. It's good practice for this game, later in the game, and then also future games. It's always good to have a few plays off a timeout that you think you can score on.
That's right. And when you're going into a WCLL weekend where Cal may need to win the championship in order to make it into the national tournament. You got to make sure if you have plays that you feel good about that you can execute against when there's short time. And I'm sure Ned wants to do just that today with 28 seconds left in the first quarter here.
Yeah, really dominant quarter by Cal so far. Taking a 6-0 lead. It's quite the pace to start this game.
Timeout wrapping up here. Got the second line midfielders who Ned's been giving a lot of runs this quarter. Eric, that's Michael Bellis, Matt Dixon, Miles Rosberg is what it looks like to close out the quarter.
Yeah, it's a freshman line. You know, experience is invaluable, especially going into playoffs where the stakes of the game are a little higher. We'll see if they can get a goal here.
4 freshmen and 2 sophomores on the field right now for Cal. Oh, and wide open look to Jake Lombardo, who sails it high over the crossbar. A great look. 4 seconds left. Can Cal get a shot off? Oh, great stop by the Stanford goalie. Behind the back does not go in. Cal unable to put it in to end the quarter, but 2 great looks and some nice play by the Stanford goalie to keep this a 6-goal game.
Yeah, those are some big ones. I think there were 2 or 3 scoring opportunities there. The Stanford goalie, Alex Hay, doing a great job locking it down.
There's the behind the back, and that it looked like the goalie got a piece of that. That would have been a sweet goal. There it is again. Great feed on the crease to Jake Lombardo. And Eric, that's the quarter. Cal 6, Stanford 0. What did you see out there?
Yeah, Cal came to play. You know, they're winning the faceoffs. They're scoring off dodges. They're finding cutters. They came to play, and looking sharp out there.
That's right. And you know, Eric, in games like this that are wide margin early, I think if you're the coaching staff of Cal, you want to make sure that the team is continuing to play at a high level, playing with each other, scoring assisted goals, and continuing to play as a team and execute, not letting off the accelerator.
Absolutely, yeah. It's early. There's a lot of lacrosse to be played. You don't want to look up as a player, see 6-0, and relax. That's the last thing you want to do in a game like this.
That's right.
Cool. Let's give a quick shout out to our cameraman and producer, Kevin and Dion from NorCal Sports TV. Thanks to those guys out here putting together a nice broadcast for the fans at home.
Yeah, it's great. Fool me that it's not ESPN out here. I mean, this is just killer quality. So shout out to NorCal TV. Great guys, great setup out here. And here we go. Stanford drawing back on the field. Getting ready for the second quarter. Mark Galanti back at the face-off X. I think he might have lost 1 face-off last quarter.
He had a tremendous first quarter, yeah. I think he may have lost 1 out of, 7 or so. That'd be pretty impressive if he kept that up.
That's right.
Looks like it's Jonathan Kalfian for Stanford with the tough matchup against Galanti.
Not a clean win for either team. Good scoop up by the Stanford midfielder there. He wants a shot and he takes it. It doesn't quite hit the cage, but Stanford's...
We'll call it a possession shot.
We'll call it a possession shot. I like the aggressiveness by the Stanford midfielder and picking up the ball and taking it. It looked like Donnie Flynn there, I believe. Nice check by Matt Blazanich to force the ball down. This is Donnie Flynn, Stanford's 3rd leading scorer. Rather, that is not Donnie Flynn. That is...
It looks like our numbers. We've got some mystery folks from Stanford.
Yeah, we do, but that's okay.
We do know that's Joey Murphy with the dodge from X.
Comes back to his, goes to his left, comes back to his right, shoots it high. Kind of an easy save for Nick Beattie, star sophomore goalkeeper for the Bears, but a flag was thrown on Cal. So Stanford's going to go up an extra man, and if you're looking to start closing this gap, this is exactly what you want to see early in the quarter.
Looks like a slash on a Finian Meager, number 13, the big defender for Cal. And looks like Stanford comes out in a kind of like an open set. Usually they'll cut into something, try to draw the Cal defense and find the open cutter.
That's right.
Good
Nice
knockdown.
pick off by the Cal long pole. It's a ball down. Who's going to get it? Looked like it was off Stanford. It's going the other way. So let's see if Cal can clear down a guy.
Good job finding the midi. Looks like Nick White. He's a great clearing midi for Cal.
That's right. And you know, when you're up a guy like Stanford, you want to make sure you're marking every single person on the field. And sort of too easy to clear there. Nick wants it. He takes a shot, bounces it off the pipe, going the other way for Stanford.
Yeah, a little risky to be man down pushing it, but hey, Nick thought he had something there. Had a decent shot on cage.
And what's the line again, Eric? Shoot or shoot?
Shoot or shoot. That's right. Nick White showing why he deserved that.
That nickname.
That nickname.
All right, Stanford gets it back. The penalty was released. Another flag now from Cal. It looks like they have too many guys on the field is what they're getting flagged for.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice take by Joey Murphy, putting it in the back of the net.
That was against 7 Cal defenders.
That is impressive. They scored despite Cal having 7 defenders. You're only supposed to have 6, so there was a flag for that purpose, but there will be no penalty incurred because of the goal. So Stanford now on the board. Cal 6, Stanford 1.
And that's a big one for Stanford. You know, just getting one up there, getting some momentum back. You know, maybe they'll win a face-off here, try to start climbing their way back into this ball game.
Looks like Mark went early on that one, so Stanford's going to get the ball.
Go right back to Murphy. He looks like he wants to go.
That's right, but they're gonna spin it a little bit.
Looks like Stanford's running a 3-1-2 type of offense, which is fairly common with the 3 midfielders up high these days. 1 midfielder or attackman, inside. Get a lot of room on the alley dodges. This type of offense.
It's back to Murphy, who they want back there. They like to pick for him and try to get a shorty on him. Murphy goes to his left. This is right, rather. Early slide. Errant kind of pass to the middle of the field. Cal picks it up. Quick clear. Ooh, and it was number 12, Matt Dixon, with the pickup, but couldn't connect to the long pole there. Ball's back on the ground. Who wants it? Cal wants it. Nice pickup by Jake Lombardo. You love to see in those scrums, if you're the Cal coaching staff, your players hustling to get that ball. Oh man, that is a rip. Jake Pistotnik shows why he's playing attack. A little shimmy after the goal. He is a quick release, Eric, and a hard shot, and that is a tough combo to deal with if you're the Stanford goalie.
Yeah, nice little fake pass to give himself some room on his hands, and then just taking a step in and ripping it, putting it away.
I'm not sure the Stanford goalie even saw it. I mean, that was just in the back of the net in a split second. Nice shot, Jake. That's his 3rd of the game.
He's got a hattie on the day already early in the second.
That's right. It's a sophomore for the folks keeping track at home. He's going to be a Bear for a long time to come.
It's going to be a Bear for opposing defenses for a long time to come.
That's right. That's right. It's 39, Sean Tran with the ball to Jake Pistotnik, Jake Lombardo.
Coach Sean Tran, the freshman attackman for Cal, has 34 points on the season. He's had a tremendous breakout season, if you will, as a freshman. Drawing some attention from the defense, which is always good.
Like, Cal has some nifty passing. Gets it to Jake Lombardo on the crease. He gets checked as he shoots it, so isn't able to get as much on it as he'd like. Stanford had a nice chase to get that ball and take it back the other way. Good hustle by Jake Pistotnik on that clear, Eric. You know, riding as an attackman isn't always, it doesn't get you in the headlines like goals do, but it's important, and it can change momentum in a game. So I love to see that hustle, Jake.
And good credit to the Stanford long poles for handling that pressure right there and throughout that first quarter. They've been doing a good job not turning the ball over under pressure.
That is the unknown number 25, who is not on our roster, but he wants it, going to his left, takes a tough angle shot, throws it on net. Stanford holds on to the ball, though.
Yeah, Coach, Stanford's taking some shots here, but they seem to be a lot of low-angle shots, which Nick Beattie has been all over. Good knockdown by Finnegan Meager.
That's right. And, the coaching staff has been very pleased with Finnegan's play this year, stepping into the lead long pole role through injuries to a couple star Cal long poles, and he's really played nicely this season.
Yeah, he's been doing great. Zach Shore was hurt out for the season. Oh,
that's a goal. Number 30, it looked like Sean Tran there.
That's Sean Tran.
Sean Tran, the nifty freshman attackman, I should say. Cal moved the ball quickly to the far side of the field, was able to find Sean for a little dip and dunk.
Yeah, slick little play. Great job not settling for the low angle shot, but instead a little pump fake, increasing your angle, beating the goalie one-on-one. It's 8 for Cal, 1 for Stanford. 9 minutes, 19 seconds left in the second here.
And we got 45, Kit Stoddard on the draw for Cal. Kit and Mark have a good rivalry on the practice field, going up against each other, making each other better. You can see it reflected in sort of the face-off play we've seen today out of that group.
Yeah, if you're Ned Webster, you love that little competition that makes both players better. You see Galante winning that matchup, I guess, getting the start today, but Kit, I'm sure every day is making Matt better and vice versa.
That's right. Nothing like a little competition on the team to
shooters shoot.
Oh, shooters do shoot. Mark, or I should say Nick.
Nick White.
Nick White, yeah, Nick White with the goal.
The folks in the crowd are taking their clothes off here in celebration.
That's right. I mean, the crowd's going bananas. The sun's out, guns out in Memorial Stadium as the Nick White fan club is losing it down there, and Stanford takes a timeout because there they are for the fans at home. Stanford forced to take a timeout and after the Nick White shot and the pandemonium that ensued.
Oh man, big momentum goal for Cal. Nick White sticking it. Cal shooting sharp today.
It's always fun, Eric, to see a senior get one on senior day.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break here in this timeout. We'll be back in just a few.
We're back. Eric, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Cal goal scorers this afternoon, and there's 8 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second. You love to see that spread production. If you're if you're the coaching staff, you want to get production from from as many folks as you can.
Yeah, it's one of Cal's strengths for sure. They have some great players, but they're deep, and it creates matchup problems. And I mean, you look at the Cal team. How do you game plan against them? You don't have one or two guys to key in on. It's this guy's good at this guy's good at that, and it's tough. And that's the type of team that, you know, Cal took some losses early, but, you know, they might make a late season run through the WCLA tournament, and they're still a very talented team heading into the end of the season here.
That's right. We're back at the face-off X here. Kid Stoddard taking the draw, wins it to himself, but Stanford swarms. Matt Lazanish picks it up. Ooh, finds number 23 on the back post, unable to corral it. Cal holds on to the ball.
Again,
errant pass.
Cal getting an advantage on the subbing game. Good handles to pick up that bad pass, but Stanford needs to tighten that up a little more.
That's right. We got the third line middies, Cam Toy, Cam Lopez on the field. Number Hank Taft coming on, running on. This little scoop there. Let's keep these passes sharp out here, Eric. You know?
Yeah.
Nice movement, attacking the back pipe. Nothing doing, keeps throwing the ball around. Ball goes on the ground, but Cal easily gets to it.
Cal's doing a good job, you know, dodging, seeing what's there, and then banging the ball around to the backside where there's more space. You know, it's kind of make the easy pass, let the next guy make a decision. Oh.
Number 23 for Cal. He is an unknown soldier from our roster, but nice take, unable to put it away. Beats his defender inside, but sort of runs out of real estate.
Good pickup by the Stanford faceoff midi playing defense, Jonathan Calfian. But it's coming back for the Bears.
Cal going the other way. Matt Lazanish has it in open field. I think he wants to shoot. It's a nice underarm shot by Matt. That was a nice quick release.
Nice little worm burner.
A worm burner that doesn't really come close to the goal, but that's okay. Possession shot. Cal holds onto the ball.
Yeah, Lazanish is a very comfortable ball handler for a long stick. He usually has a few shots per game. Again, he's still in there on offense, setting picks, you know, trying to create some havoc. He's got a motor. He'll be running around all game today.
He does. It's Dylan Lee with the ball. He had a goal earlier in the first quarter. Joining him will be Nate DeGroat and JP Josie.
Good tough dodge from
Dylan with
Max.
the ball. Nice split to his left. Top right scores. And flexes. That's Dylan's second goal of the afternoon. He's quick. He beats his guy. You got to slide to him early. You love to see him finding the back of the net.
Yeah, again, Dylan Lee, we saw his earlier goal as well. You know, he kind of shook a Stanford defender, got to the middle of the field, and was able to just stick it high. He's the type of guy you want to push down the alley. He's fast, but can't give him a big shot with the whole goal to shoot on. There's Galante with the pickup.
Truck, stick. He's still going. Galante's a big boy, Eric.
He sure is. He's showing that strength right there, running through the Stanford defender.
He came to play today. It's got the second line, the fearless freshman out there right now. Got Matt Dixon with a little swim move to his left. Ooh, Wow, nice pass to the curling attackman coming from X who hits pipe. It's a really nice look by the freshman for a high percentage shot and a nice cut by the attackman there. Cal holds onto the ball. Michael Bellis going to his left with the long stick midfielder. Good defense. Peels it off. A nice save by the Stanford goalie there. Off hip. He's a lefty, so want to try to put it on his other hip next go around, but a good save nonetheless.
Here we go with the Cal ride again. They've been pressuring early. Looks like they're giving the goalie a chance to walk it up. Stanford attackman moving, trying to get open. Find the long pole, and they have an advantage here.
Long pole takes a shot, goes wide, and Stanford does not have an attackman there. Eric, when you have a long pole gearing up to take a shot, it's important to have somebody there to chase it down, so that you hold on to possession. Stanford did not there, so Cal holds on to the ball.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, you work so hard to clear the ball as a long pole. Take a shot. You hope it's a possession shot. No one's there, and you got to run back and play some defense on a hot day like today. That's a tough one.
We got some fresh faces on attack right now. Brendan Cook, Jackson Durham, and mystery number 23. A nice poke check by the Stanford defender, but Cal comes up with the ball. Ref calls what looks like a loose ball push, so it's going the other way. Not sure I saw that, but we will trust the referees.
Here comes the Stanford pull, number 13. He's wearing some pressure.
He's got some. Oh, he accidentally throws it right to the Cal midfielder. Maybe a tired mistake there.
Cal's
passing it. I love that. Oh, dip and dunk. That's number 20, Brendan Cook, with the goal. And Eric, you like to see goals like that, even when the game's as sort of lopsided as it is right now. It's nice passing. It's finding the open man. Those are, those are hard goals to put together, and you hope to see that next week.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, as you get deeper and deeper into the playoffs and the tournament, it's those types of goals that are going to beat really good teams. So Cal looking sharp today.
Yeah, assisted goals. That's what you're looking for in games like this, where you might have the players that can just just are more athletic than the defender across from them. But that's not always going to be the case. So you want to really see those earned assisted goals. We're playing as a team.
Good pickup there, Nick White. Again, Cal just dominating from the faceoff X today.
Passes it up to number 6. Goal, Cam Lopez. Well placed shot on the off hip, sort of lower off stick side. Those are just hard goals to save for any goalie. It's a really well placed shot. And nice take by Cam. Again, Cal moving the ball nicely, getting the defense off balance.
Cal is still pedaled to the floor right now. They are not slowing down at all despite being up 12-1. They're taking quality shots, moving the ball nicely. Just over 3 minutes left in the second quarter here.
And with that goal from Cam, we now have 9 Cal goal scorers today in the first half. So this is not a one-man band by any stretch of the imagination. You're getting production across the roster.
Yeah, that's a big strength for Cal.
Cal gets the ball back after the face-off. Stanford playing a little more aggressively. Dylan Lee splits the defenders, but loses his footing. Ball's on the ground. You got 3 Cal attackmen to the 1 Stanford long pole.
Looks like a push again called against Cal. I didn't see it.
But, in a 12-1 game, you let you let things like that slide if it's a softer call. I would say whether the refs are human too.
There's again pressure ride from Cal, forcing the Stanford Poles to handle it, which they have shown to be comfortable doing so.
50 move by the Stanford midfielder, but another dropped ball. If you're Stanford here, you probably want to settle it, give your defense a little bit of a breather. They've been working hard on the other side of the field.
Yeah, Cody, that was number 41, Anders Chang for the Bears with the pressure on the hands. He's a defender who stepped up later in the season here.
Number 25 with some nice moves, sails it over the crossbar. Stanford holds on to the ball here.
Stanford looks like they have 2 men in the crease, so they might be moving out of that. Stanford needs a long possession here. Give their defense a breather. I saw earlier after getting scored on, they were gassing for air.
Joey Murphy comes around the crease, but he gets faces an early and good Cal slide. The ball's now on the ground. Nice battle. Stanford comes up with it. Eric, I'm going to go ahead and hazard a guess that 25 might be number 7, Matt Klein. Haven't seen number 7 on the field yet.
Yeah, Cody, I think that's a good guess. Matt Klein.
If it's not Matt, our apologies to Matt. Oh, and a double team on the blind side by number 4, Brandon Cooner. I like that play. Stanford holds on to the ball, but it's a heads-up defensive play.
Big rip.
Big rip by number 25. Nick Beattie with a good save. Again, not seeing a ton of shots, but saving the ones that he's seeing. That was it's a good shot, still from a sort of that tougher angle for a shooter.
Here comes Cal again, pushing transition.
Oh, that's a goal.
Shooters are gonna shoot.
I think that, and Nick White, the senior, his second tally of the day. The fans, the Nick White fan club, is losing it. They're fired up. Nick's fired up. It's senior day. It's Cal day.
It's a good day for the Bears. Beautiful Berkeley, California.
There's sounds of shoot or shoot in the audience, and we've got 12.5 seconds left in the first half. Cal 13, Stanford 1. Stanford wins the draw, goes the other way. See if they can put something together before the clock hits 0. Looks like no as the ball goes down. And that's it for the first half, folks. Good outing from the Bears. They came ready to play, Eric. They're up 13-1.
Yeah, really just a dominant first half by Cal. Having possession for it seemed like 75% of this first half here. Moving the ball, put it in the back of the net. They've got 13 goals to show for it.
And with that, we're going to sign off. We got some little youth lacrosse action as I believe it's Marin South versus Berkeley. Take the youth leagues there are gonna take the field in a showdown. While we watch that, we will sign off until the second half. All right. We're back. Stanford, or I should say the South Marin and Berkeley Youth League teams are off the field after a fierce halftime face-off, and Stanford and Cal are on the field. We're getting ready to kick off the second half here. Cal comes in with a 13-1 lead over Stanford, pretty commanding presence over the game. Eric, what are you looking for in the second half?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a blowout in Cal's favor. Stanford, I think, will just try to win some faceoffs. Looks like they're throwing a long pull out there. It's a little different look. Winning the.
It looks like it works, or almost works, if they're able to scoop the ball, which they weren't able to do. Cal comes away with it. Not quite. It's a little sloppiness from both sides. Stanford ends up with the ball. Mystery number 25, who we're assuming is Matt Klein.
Yeah, I think Stanford, it's a big deficit, but they just need to try to claw back into it. Put together some looks, get some good shots. Challenge Nick Beattie, the Cal goalie. Really just do what they can to try to make this a ball game.
Joey Murphy with the ball on Finnegan Mayer. Goes to his left off the pick. Gets his hands free, shoots it. Against, Stanford, for the Stanford offense, you want to try to get a higher percentage, sort of a better angle look than that.
Yeah, I think they're settling for, like you said, these low angle shots that are just, low percentage. So Nick Beattie's been making those saves, or it's hard to put it on cage.
Don't want to settle for a mediocre look. You want to try to work to get a good one and a high percentage one.
But credit to Cal's defense for only giving up those low angle shots. Credit to Paul Jepson, well-coached team out there.
That's right. Joey Murphy trying to. He finds a nice pass to the crease, but Cal swarms. That's a goal. Looks like Joey Murphy picked up a little garbage out front and put it in the back of the net. Good heads-up play. Eric, not all goals are pretty.
They're not, but hey, you take them. In high school, I played with this guy. We used to call him Johnny Garbage because he made his living taking out the trash right there. And there's usually a few opportunities every game, and those are still goals. They count. They still count as goals.
They count the same. Good heads-up play by Joey there, scooping it up, putting it in the back of the net. And Stanford gets the first tally of the half. Again, Stanford putting out a long pull there after a tough first half of the face-off X. Cal comes up with the ball. It's number 21, Cam Toy.
Good job, Brandon Kunert, getting that up, finding the open Cal defender.
Finnegan Mayer streaking up the field, connecting with Mark Galanti, the face-off specialist. Matt Klein with a nice check on Galanti. Scoops up the ball, going the other way. Ooh, top left, Joey Murphy. Stinging corners for Stanford. Eric, Stanford's coming out with a little bit more energy in the second half.
Yeah, two quick ones here. Both by Joey Murphy. He's shown why he's Stanford's point scorer. He can score, that's for sure.
It started with Matt Klein's, aggressive play, stealing the ball from Mark Galanti, taking it the other way. He did the hard work. Joey Murphy gets credit for the goal. Great play by both players, and Stanford gets two quick ones at the beginning of the half.
Yeah, it's been those two guys, Murphy and Klein, for Stanford, really just leading the Stanford offense as the big threats out there. Cal might need to key in on those guys a bit more. Looks like the long pull for Stanford really making all of these faceoffs a battle. Probably a good move by the Stanford coaching staff. Looks like number 9, John Whitting, challenging the Bears at the X.
That's right. That's a common strategy in college lacrosse, going back to the Duke a number of years ago would face off with a long pull, and if you don't think you can match the opposing face-off man's sort of quickness, but you can get in their hands as soon as they're about to scoop up the ball and make it a 50-50 ground ball, and that's a number of college teams do that these days.
Yeah, I think that's a good move because Galanti was winning probably 80, 90% of the first half. So if you can turn that into 50%, that changes things.
That's
Get
right.
a few more possessions, some more shots.
That's right. We got the #1 mids out there: Dylan Lee, Nate DeGroat, senior JP Josie on the midfield. 16, Jake Postotnik is back out there. He was getting tended to a little bit towards the end of the first half, so good to see him back out. Flag down, penalty on Stanford. So next whistle, Cal will go up a guy. Dylan Lee taking it to his right, coming back to his left, shoots it, looking for that far right pipe. Stanford goalie swallows it up, and there's the whistle. Cal's going up one, going into their EMO, extra man offense set.
Cool. I think they're calling a hold. I think it was when Dylan. I think it was a hold. You know, maybe it was like a push from behind type play to give Stanford their first man up of the day. I would look for the big shooter Postotnik on the man up for Cal. He's shown what he can do if he can get some time and room.
That's right. I'm not sure if he's been saved yet today. He's got a cannon. They got him in a nice shooter spot. Get to Grote. Oh, there's a cut by Jake Lombardo, wide open. Nice find and finish. Cal gets their first goal of the half. And Eric, you know, you love to see. And that might be Lombardo's first goal.
That's Lombardo's first. Yep.
Which is unbelievable to say. You like to see them finding the open man there. If you're Stanford, you got to play tighter down low, so that even with an extra when you're down a man, that you're not giving away little dunks on the crease like that.
Yeah, good job, Lombardo. Like a lot of the Cal finishers today have been confident with the ball. You know, making the goalie move and then putting it where he's not. A lot of guys can get excited, you know, right in front of the goal. You think all the defenders are going to swarm, but he did a good job making a fake and putting it away.
That's right. Good patience by the sophomore attackman.
Again, battling from the face-off X.
That's right.
Both squads.
Stanford overcommits, and now Matt Lazanich, if he picks it up, which he does, quick shot. Nice block by the Stanford defender. That could not have felt good, but it's a team first. Pain is temporary, glory lasts forever. Cal holds on to the ball.
So Lazanich with the old kick the ball out to space and go run and pick it up. Kids at home listening, that's usually a pretty good strategy in scrums like that.
That's right. We got the second line midfield out here right now, and that's the freshman Michael Bellis, Miles Rosberg at Dixon.
So the Cal midfield drawing a slide there.
Jake Lombardo shifting in the back of the net, sort of not a clean pass. The Stanford goalie stops out to block it, and it's going the other way. That's the goalie. Got a nice heads-up pass by the Stanford goalie, Alex Lee. That was a lot of composure out there.
Yeah, he had Lombardo all over his hands, but he still managed to get a good pass off.
That's right.
It's the lefty goalie for Stanford.
It looks like it took the wind out of him as he's walking back to the cage, but good one-man clear. Stanford getting to their offensive set.
Looks like we'll see if Murphy continues to stay hot in the second half here. He got too early in the half. Finnegan with the tough matchup back there.
That's Joey Murphy attacking goal line extended. Another quick slide. They love to pick for him. He's now got a. That's a nice lefty shot. He gets the shorty, which is what he was looking for.
Still some tough defense by Miles Rosberg for Cal. Putting some good checks on Joey's hands.
Number 10, who's also an unknown for Stanford. Yeah, Stanford catches Nick Beatty trying to go out and pick off a pass, but unable to finish. Nice heads-up play by Mr. Murphy there.
Nice check.
Great
Cal
check.
defender.
And 3 Cal defenders swarming the Stanford attackman as the ball goes down. Eric, that's what you want to see on defense. When the ball goes down, you want to swarm. You want to get the ball.
Yeah, that was freshman Jack Gillespie for Cal. Talking with the coaches, he's one of their promising young defenders that the coaching staff is pretty excited about. See what he can do over the rest of this season and the next few years here.
21 Cam Toy with a nice legging it on the clear. Gets it to the attackman. Jake Lombardo, Sean Tran, Jake Postotnik manning the attack right now.
Coach Sean Tran, freshman, he does a good job just kind of managing the offense a bit. He seems very confident with the ball on his stick. Always has his head up. So he's playing a good game.
That's right. That's right. Love having somebody back there you can trust with the ball and make smart decisions. That's the role he plays for sure. Jake Lombardo tosses it up to the streaking Cutter, unable to connect. Number 6, Cam Lopez, gets to the ball first, so it's staying with Cal. I think he wants a dodge here. Cam Lopez going to his right. Hands free, passes it through X. Backside, number 35. Spin move. That's Hank Taft, freshman. Ball goes down.
Nice physical play inside.
That's right. On number 6, Cam Lopez. The refs don't like what they see. Throw a flag on Stanford. It's going to be Cal extra man. Rivalry week. You expect to see some more physical play than a typical game. There's the replay. Cal puts on their extra man offense once again this quarter.
Yeah.
Got a goal the first time.
I think last time it was maybe Lombardo coming behind from X, finding some space inside on the last Cal man up. Again, I think Stanford needs to key in on Postotnik. He is a shooter.
That's right. Good movement by the Cal EMO. Oh, wow, what a pass. That's a goal, number 23. I don't know if we know who number 23
I think that's the unknown number 23 for Cal.
But nice finish. Credit goes to number 5, Nate DeGroat. You'll see that pass. Oh, he just, snakes it in there through a number of Stanford long poles. That's a really precise pass that resulted in a high percentage look. Nice pass there by DeGroat.
Yeah, those are the looks you want on a man up. If you can get a shot within 5 yards right on the doorstep, take that every time.
Looks like Ned wholesale changes the attack, and Eric, the backup, the second line of attackmen are strong across the board. I know Ned's really excited about what he sees. Guys like Jackson Durham. Brandon Cook and the like. There's a lot of talent back there, and they're going to get.
Yeah, and these are guys who go up against are competing every day in practice for playing time. It's a deep team, so they're out there. They're gonna want to show what they can do. So for the Cal offense to dictate pace and prove that they deserve the playing time.
Errant change by Stanford leaves Cal 6 on 5 for a moment, unable to take advantage, but holding on to the ball. Cal has their first line midfield out on the field. JP Josie squaring up his defender, gets a slide, spins, finds the far pipe, sticks it in there, low angle shot, but able to find the back of the net. JP Josie with his second goal of the day for the senior.
Yeah, Coach, sweet little re-dodge by JP Josie. He went first, maybe drew a half slide, pulled back, came back in, and just found that lone away corner. Slick little shot by JP.
So with that goal, it's Cal 16, Stanford 3.
Yeah, Cal continues, after Stanford put up 2 early in this half, Cal continues to keep scoring, keeping this lead pretty large for Cal.
Looks like they called a face-off infraction. Stanford going the other way, pushing the tempo. Force in the crease. It didn't look like Stanford midfielders were on the same page there. So let's go the other way after the errant pass. Cal's goalie Nick Beattie taking charge on the clear.
I think both teams have done a good job clearing the ball today. That's an important part of the game. As I say that, it's going back the other way for Stanford.
That's right.
Look out.
Aggressive slide upfield. The Cal defender doesn't end up landing the hit, but also slows the Stanford on-man rush down. Joey Murphy for Stanford slowing the game down as they get their players on.
Again, yeah, it continues to be Joey Murphy and Matt Klein for Stanford. 2 guys starting the offense, 2 of them back at X.
Oh, that is a beautiful play. Nice. Tic-tac-toe, back of the net, goal for Stanford. And Eric, that was probably the best team goal we've seen from Stanford all afternoon. That was a really nice play.
Yeah, that was great. A little 2-man game from X, drawing a slide and finding the crease man, stringing together some passes. Nice goal for Stanford.
If you're Cal, you got to have that 2 slide, as they call it, on the crease. You have your 1 slide go, leave the crease open. You got to have your support. I know Coach Jepson is not pleased on the sideline with the performance there. That's not going to be acceptable next week in the WCLLs, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think Jepson, he's saying we'll give up the outside shots, but it can't be a doorstop shot like that. Looks like a hold call on Kitts. Oh, no, on the Stanford long pole. Cal with possession.
And Ned running some new players down, getting some time. We got Chris Burpee. We got Sam Pliska, former president of the Cal team. Always love talking to Sam, the senior. Number 37. Not sure we have him on the roster. Either. Ooh.
Good cut up top. Might have been a bit of a force from X. Stanford has the ball.
Rolls out of bounds and goes the other way. Let's see if they push the tempo, which they are, but good way to slow them down by the Cal long pole, Anders Chang, the freshman.
Yeah, Chang's had a good game today.
Dixon,
freshman. Ooh.
Dixon has a hard take, shoots it left with his left. Nick, quick reflexes there. That was a nice bouncing shot. Nick's able to get to it, no problem.
Good pickup by the always steady Brandon Coonert, the senior defender for Cal, wearing the honorary number 4 Doug Shudo Memorial number.
That's right. Brandon's been a mainstay on that back line for Cal. This is his last game in Memorial. Nice to see him picking up the ground balls, taking it the other way.
Here comes Cal. They have some new guys in. They're probably trying to settle into the offense, run the looks that they've practiced all year long.
Grant Chin out there. First run of the afternoon. Takes a dodge, quick slide by the Stanford defender, number 9. It's a good play. Stanford picks up the ball, going the other way.
Good knockdown by Sam Pliska. Stanford maintains possession. Stanford with the matchup from behind on a short stick midi. That's a matchup they probably favor Stanford back there.
You got Joey Murphy and Matt Flynn, the two star scorers for Stanford. Joey gets some space. He likes his left. It's a good lift by Kunert.
Nick Beattie.
And Nick Beattie comes out. The goalie picks up the ball. Somebody's got to help him. Was not able to connect with number 26, Sam Pliska. So the ball down. Who's going to get it?
Looks like there's a flag down, I think, on the hit on Nick Beattie. Let's see.
Body's flying. Oh, man.
I think that'll blow the play dead. Yeah, I think it was Stanford number 10, Lucas Izaka, the junior midfielder, with the hit on Nick Beattie, drawing the flag. The goalie position is a bit like the quarterback in football. You know, they're somewhat protected, specialty type position. But it was a hard hit on Nick, but he's fine, and Cal will go man up.
That's right. Taking one for the team there, Nick. Goalies do not wear elbow pads in lacrosse, so you want to be careful that you're not putting yourself in too harmful a position. Those elbows are important.
Yep.
Number one job is to save the ball.
As an attackman yourself, I think if you see a goalie clearing the ball up, every attackman's eyes light up.
That's right. That's right.
Try to get a piece of the goalie out of position.
So Cal's man up is 2 for 2 so far. We'll see if they make it 3 for 3 here. Good movement of the ball to Stotnick. They find number 23. That's a goal. Number 23.
That's his second. Again, unknown who that is on this long Cal roster.
I'm gonna hazard a guess, Eric, and say it might be Matt Keeney.
Code, I think that's a good guess.
What do you think about that?
I'm not seeing a 27 on the sideline. I think you're right.
So we're gonna go with that. The players out there today certainly making it hard on the announcers to try to get the names right, but that's okay. We're up for the challenge.
Yeah, Code, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Cal players getting goals out here. That's not even accounting for assists. That is a deep line of goals.
That's right.
Most teams would be happy, I think, with 13 goals, let alone 13 goal scorers.
That's right. And if you're Ned, you love to see the execution on the EMO offense. They've looked sharp. They're moving the ball. They're getting wide open looks. And those are critical scoring opportunities.
Yeah.
That's number 7, Jake Lombardo with the take. Fires a shot off just before the quarter ends. And both teams head to the sideline with Cal up 17-4 on Stanford. Stanford had a few nice goals. Showed a little bit more energy that quarter than the first half, but Cal kind of hit back with a number of extra man goals and to widen the lead again.
Yeah, Cal continues to we have a 17-4 game. It's obviously Cal is dominating. It's good they're getting all their guys in. Come into next weekend, we have the WCLL tournament. Cal will be the number 1 seed. They should match up against the number 4, which I believe coming into this weekend was Sonoma State. The 2 and 3 game will be Santa Clara and Cal Poly. A little interesting that the WCLL, which has traditionally been one of the stronger conferences, a little weaker in the national scale this year. Cal is leading that, ranked at number 19. Cal Poly is ranked at number 25, but I mean, in the past we've seen Cal Poly get to the national championship, win that game. We've seen Sonoma State ranked, Stanford's been ranked recently, so a little bit of a poor showing for the WCLL. But,
that's right. And, these conferences can move up and down. Not just a couple years ago, WCLL was one of the strongest, if not the strongest, and a few of these programs sort of saw some important senior players graduate. Looking at this Cal team and the amount of production they're getting, from their freshman and sophomore classes. It's hard to think of them as being sort of in the teens for years to come. And I think it's probably true across the conference. But they're in a position here where they're gonna wrap up this season undefeated in the WCLL, but that doesn't matter much if you're not able to win the evasive title in the WCLL playoffs, and that's what's on the line next week.
Yeah, Co, it's been a long time since Cal has won a WCLL championship. I want to say it might have been back to 1998. We're talking 20 years. So they're the 1 seed heading into the tournament, but it's tough. Teams always come to play there. Should be an exciting weekend of lacrosse next week in Rohnert Park.
That's right. That's right. And here we are, ready to kick off the fourth quarter. Stanford leaves number 9, John Whiting, the defender, the long pole on the face-off, and he's had, I'm impressed with the coaching move and also his performance there. It's definitely, I think, if they were to roll back the clock, they would have probably started the game with him at the face-off X. He's done a real nice job counteracting Cal's success at the face-off X.
Yeah, he's played a good game. He's quick. He's fighting for ground balls. He's making it hard for Cal and giving Stanford the first possession of the fourth here.
We got Matt Klein squaring up his shorty. That's Nick Shoot White. He's playing the defense. Stands. Oh, they find number 9, John Whiting, who's still on the offensive side of the field for a shot. That is not his day job, so he sends it bouncing over the goal, but that's okay. Stanford holds onto the ball, and he's subbing out after the hard work.
Stanford settling into their offense. They looks like go for a dodge against Nick White.
Nick, good defense on the Stanford midfielder. Klein and Murphy are just key parts of this offense, and they're continuing to go to work. Murphy out-hustles the Cal defenseman there to get to the end line fastest.
He's going right away.
And, Eric, credit to Stanford, down 13 in the fourth quarter, and they're hustling. They're winning ground balls. They're taking it to the cage. It's a short team, a rather thin roster, but not a lot of quit. And you love to see that, just in the spirit of competitiveness here.
Yeah, I think that's led by Joey Murphy. He's been going hard all game, not backing down, despite what the scoreboard says.
That's right. It's easy to quit, hard to keep fighting. That's what we're seeing here.
Kunert with the defense on Matt Klein. He looks to dodge.
Nothing doing. Much. It's good. It's good defense by the senior long pull for Cal, Mr. Kunert, wearing the honorary number 4. Klein takes it again, sails it over to the crossbar with his left, staying Stanford ball. It's Murphy's turn. Does an inside roll. Good defense by Cal, forces an errant pass. Number 41, Anders Chang. I like that name, Eric.
So do I. Anders, it's a good one.
I don't hear Anders enough, but that was good defense by the freshman. On the clear, it looks like Anders might have lost the ball in the sun, so wasn't able to connect on the pass. Stanford's going to take the ball back. You hate to see a missed clear if you're Jepson, Coach Paul Jepson there, but
yeah.
more reps for the defense.
It's one of those big looping passes across the field. You're almost better off if the sun's there, just bounce it. Keep it low. Let the guy receiving the ball see it at least.
It's Klein with the dodge to his left, but quickly picked up by Nick White. Nick White playing his strong defensive midfield as usual. Oh, he doesn't want any help. He's there. Nice defense, Nick.
Yeah, Cohen, Stanford offense, they keep going for these one-on-one matchups. I'd like to see them move a little more off ball. Try to make the Cal defense work a little harder. Maybe open up some space for the Dodgers. Big long possession for Stanford, though. Probably what the Stanford defense would like to see at this point in the game.
That's right. That's right. Probably would have, something that probably could have been doing a little bit more of earlier in the game to really just give the defense that rest. They've been, worn down. They don't have a big roster. It's helpful to get a few minutes to catch your breath.
Yeah.
Joey Murphy tries to post up Nick White, gets his hands free and shoots it with his left. Doesn't connect on net, but that's okay. They hold on to the ball. They're continuing to wear down the Bears. It's probably one of the better possessions Stanford's had all game here. Getting looks, getting opportunities, chasing down the shots out of bounds, and just holding on to a nice long possession.
I think Coach Karalunas called a timeout there for Stanford. At the tail end of that, 2+ minute possession, so they'll get to continue that possession with the ball and see if they can put one of these shots away. They've been getting some decent shots, missing cage. See if they can challenge Nick Beatty to make a save.
That's right.
Got a little sweet child of mine playing in the stadium. Cal's pretty lucky to play in beautiful Memorial Stadium up here in the hills of Berkeley, surrounded by trees. Can't really beat this venue for a little
75-degree California weather out here.
April lacrosse.
Man,
can't beat it.
Doesn't get better than this. Sunny California. That's beautiful. We got a tick under 11 minutes left in the game for the boys to enjoy their last home game of the season.
Yep.
And it's a good effort so far by the Bears, up 17-4.
Yep, senior day for the Bears. J.P. Josie, Matt Lazanich, Nick White, Sam Pliska, Cam Toy, and Brandon Coonert in the fourth quarter here. Probably their last game here in Memorial Stadium.
That's right. Here we are, back in action. Matt Klein with the ball, coming around X, trying to get his hands free, but good defense by Anders Chang. Squaring up, giving Matt some pressure. Oop. Should get a pick from his teammate. Gets crowded. Joey Murphy with the inside roll, gets it off quickly before the slide comes. A nice slide from the Bears defense to avoid a high percentage look.
Again, it's been Murphy and Klein for Stanford, just going and going and going. Looks
right.
like
back to Klein. So they're working hard. Klein's got a matchup he likes. Chris Burpee on the other side. That's good square up defense from Burpee. Doesn't give Klein anything to work with.
Here comes Murphy again. They keep finding that short stick matchup for Klein and Murphy, and they're going to take that every time. But Cal doing a good job forcing inside rolls and sliding, not giving up any easy shots.
That's right, and to their credit, these defensive midfielders from Cal are playing good defense. They're not giving up easy looks and ball on the ground. I think there was Stanford getting blown for playing without a stick. It's 4-on-3 the other way. Let's see if Cal can convert on the odd man opportunity. They are not able to do so, but hold on to the ball after a missed pass. Brandon Cook with the ball.
Nice 4-on-3 chance for Cal. Usually you like to get at least a shot off there, but maintaining possession is not a bad alternative.
Cam Toy setting it up at the midfield.
Looks like Jack Gillespie was a little slow to get off the field there for Cal. Let's hope he's okay.
Far side dodge for Toy. Finds Jackson Durham on the doorstep. Nice last minute check by the Stanford defender, resulting in a softer shot at the goalie. Easy scoop up. Stanford's going the other way. They have numbers.
They have numbers. Can they string together the passes?
They're nice passes by Stanford, unable to get one on net. We got a new goalie in there for Cal. It looks like Simon Rostam, graduate student, in the net.
It's another good look by Stanford earlier to string together some passes, get a Carlino, Cuono, a shot. Again, just missing the goal.
Right. Ooh. A little low to high action, but Simon Rostam says no thank you.
Yeah, that was a rip. Good first save for Cal's goalie.
He might be the second goalie in, but he's showing nice composure there. Getting the stop, sending it the other way. Cal goes on offense.
That's a good welcome to the game, taking a shot right off the front of your face mask.
That's right. Later in the game here, Eric, these are players that typically aren't starters, getting some action in the rivalry game, and it's good. It's a good look at the future of Cal. Typically younger folks getting some runs, and Ned and the coaching staff are excited about what's to come in a lot of this talent.
Absolutely, and everyone on the Cal team, I mean, they go to practice every day, and there's a lot of competition for playing time and spots, which is great because it really just makes everyone better. So I mean, any of these guys out there could start, and are going to try to prove themselves and keep earning more and more playing time.
That's right. 49, James Shields with the dodge.
Rolling around, taking some hard checks back there.
That's right. Number 26, Sam Pliska. Grant Chin, ball down. Stanford going the other way. They got numbers. This is a 4-on-3 situation. See if they run their break.
It's John Whitting.
Pass. Well, he eats it. That's number 4, Brandon Kunert. He says, "Thank you, sir. Can I have another?" Takes the shot in his body. Oh. Cal tries to turn around for an odd man break. Love the thought. The execution a little off there. So the pass gets away.
Yeah, I think Jackson Durham had a look there. Just barely missed the attackman inside.
That's right. You love the aggressive play, but just got to string those passes together. Stanford going the other way now.
There's Matt Lazanich, a.k.a. the Lizard, on ball. Been flying around today, as usual.
Caps, Blue Jackets going to overtime. I just got the alert for the 4th time in 5 games.
That's right, playoff hockey.
There you go.
Mr. Cohen, hockey fan himself. Some similarities between both hockey and lacrosse. Mostly in the goal-scoring puns and other fun intricacies of the sports culture.
That's right. Let's root for those Caps.
There's Lazanich, a big low-to-high rip.
He has no one behind the net. Love the thought. No one behind the net to chase the ball, though. So Stanford's going the other way. Got to be careful in transition scenarios like that about taking errant shots, as it can result in a turnover. Stanford clearing it now.
Stanford has numbers.
They have numbers. Well, he had his guy across the crease, was not able to get to him. Stanford picks up the ground ball.
See if Murphy comes back again. He doesn't want to pass it. He's going to go right for it.
He likes, Murphy's he's a lefty, and he doesn't like. You can tell he doesn't like going his right. To his right, he leaves it in his left as he's coming around the cage.
A little bit of a Canadian style
That's right.
there.
That's right. Maybe Murphy is Canadian.
Could be.
Cal takes it back on their offensive side of the ball. James Shields, he's a freshman. Looks like he's got some nice composure back there.
This little swim dodge.
Swim. Oh, nice pass.
Oh!
BTB! It hits the crossbar. Everyone wanted it.
And they're still coming.
Cam Toy going behind the back. It was beautiful. But he just hit crossbar.
Hanging out in Pipe City for a second there.
That's right.
That was a sweet look, though.
Was. Nice ride by the Bears, but they're called on it's like a hold or a loose ball. Here's the replay. He goes behind and just misses it. I'm sure the folks at home love that. So Stanford ball. Kind of an up and down last couple of minutes here.
Yeah, it's 17-4, just under 3 minutes. See, either team can pop one more in here before the end of the game.
Matt Klein looking to start something for the offense. Unable to connect. Cal picks up the ball. Looks like he's just going to leg it. Stanford midfielders are tired and changing at inopportune time.
Shooters are going to shoot.
Nick White wants the hat trick. Unable to put it in. The fan base is still going down there, though, for Nick. He wants that senior day hat trick.
Oh, yeah, looks like a timeout for the Bears.
That's right. So we're going to taking a timeout here with 2 minutes, 7 seconds left. Maybe get some seniors out there to finish off this game, Eric.
Yeah, that's pretty special. You know, the game, it's not a close game, so I mean, all of these seniors see plenty of playing time, but it'll be cool to see them out there to close out the last game for the seniors and the Bears here in Memorial Stadium.
That's right. That's right. So Cal, Eric, they're moving to 6-0, and then the new season begins. It's win or go home. That's how the playoffs always are. That's why you love it.
Yeah, that's right. WCLLs, we talked about it earlier. Cal's struggled, trying to win that tournament. Traditionally, the WCLL is strong enough that the first team, of course, gets an automatic qualifier. Usually, another team from the division, sometimes two even, will get a at-large bid to the tournament. I don't think that'll happen this year. So it's really got to be winner take all at the tournament this next weekend.
That's fun.
Yeah,
it makes it competitive.
That's where it all matters. That's right.
It's a different approach if you know you're shooing for the national tournament, but no one knows what's the case going into next weekend. So it should be a good few games up in Rohnert Park in Sonoma.
Yep, it should be. If it's anything like this weekend, it'll be nice and warm.
That's right.
Maybe get up in the 80 degrees.
Yeah.
See,
that's right.
The home white will be a bit of an advantage in that type of weather.
Jackson tries to take a shot with the Stanford goalie out in the net, unable to connect on net, but Cal holds onto the ball.
Got the Cal fans still cheering loud this late in the game.
They're pumped for their seniors.
As they should be. These guys have worked hard, done a great job representing the Cal Lacrosse program.
That's right. And it's time of the game when it looks like Cal's kind of playing keep away, just winding the clock down here.
Yeah, Stanford defense still putting pressure on.
49. James Shields, who's been a composed presence out there, actually gets to the net and gets his hands free, unable to put it away. Cal holds onto the ball. Some pick action. Nice double by Stanford. That's what you want to do at this time of the game when you're down.
Yeah, looks like Cal, like you said, just playing keep away. Under a minute here.
Yep, that's right.
Ooh, nice grab.
That was a nice grab. Skilled play out of James. Unable to put it away, but kind of thrown into the net.
Looks like I had a crease violation.
They're gonna call the crease violation.
He's still hanging out in the crease.
Yeah, setting up shop. You gotta get to the other end. Stanford goalie wants it, so. Fans want the Stanford goalie to shoot. It's pretty far out for a shot there, but Stanford comes up with the ball. They want the odd man opportunity. That's 0 seconds on the clock. We're wrapped up, Eric. Cal takes the big game, 17-4 this year. Finishes the WCLL undefeated, and ready to go for the WCLL playoffs.
Yeko, commanding victory for Cal. Like you said, we'll take the momentum into the tournament, going undefeated in WCLL play. Big thanks to our cameraman and producer, Kevin and Dion with NorCal Sports TV, bringing this fantastic broadcast with replays to the masses out there. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
We're signing off. For Daniel Cohen, for Eric Sungson, we're going to go try to catch this Caps Blue Jackets overtime game. Hope everyone enjoys the beautiful afternoon here in Berkeley, and we'll see you next time. Go Bears.